Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to not be selected.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The Colts at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On the set.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Flacco looking for his first toss. And his first throw here is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They begin with a run by Mixon, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. Completed out left to Dobbs. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down. Now a play fake. Lance. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Parkey adds the extra point. We are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Room here to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown! Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Flacco. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Here we go, set. Yellow, go. Fight, 97. Yellow. Set.
On first down, Lance. Touchdown, Jaguars. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Colts 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah,
and looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You don't blue. Right.
Working from the gun, Lance. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Ready.
2nd and 4.
Red, green. Red, cycle. Hut.
To throw, it's Lance. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. The quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball, receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Stephon Diggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jags will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Flacco. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Jags will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception open the second half. Let's just ratchet up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Ready. Hey, check, nigga. Ready.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing his lance on third down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
But doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And that's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Play action. Flacco. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustration, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. And they'll begin by running the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip. One cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Flacco off play action. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Throwing here on first down. Flacco slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Flacco. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
To pass, Flacco. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Stephon Diggs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Flacco. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll run with Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you will too.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
The counter now, it's Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry. They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he is going to be out of bounds here, short of the line to gain, so that will be a turnover on downs. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they